up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here from GuitarJams.com. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Going to have a lot of fun with an alternate tuning. Sounds a lot fancier and more difficult than it is if you can get into this tuning. I'm going to show you how to do it. Also, I'm going to pick 3 comments from this video to win a year at GuitarJams.com website with all my lessons teaching you how to really play guitar. And also, there's going to be a link down there. You can actually try the site out for free for 2 weeks. So all kinds of win-win. Social media links down there as well, and I appreciate all of that support. Any of the support at all, I appreciate it. Even just you watching right now, thank you. Let's zoom in, though, and have a little fun, learn a little song. Here we go. Weird tuning alert, weird tuning alert. Okay, a big part of this riff and song and all that is the tuning, the alternate tuning. And the other weird thing is, you know, in Pearl Jam, there's 2 guitars playing completely different things. So I'm going with my man Stone here, and going to kind of break down what I'm pretty sure he's doing now. When I looked at live versions, he's doing it different, almost every video a little bit. So I'm going off the original recording and then a little bit of the live stuff. Okay, the tuning. We got to tune this first string up to a G note. So that means it's going to be tuned all the way up and match up with our normal G string, which stays G. Okay? Weird alert. Next string, tuned down to that same G note. So these are both tuned to the same pitch. See that? Weird alert, weird alert. D stays the same. G stays the same. B stays the same. But then the high E has to go down to a D note. So that should be a D, which should match up with our normal D string. And in the original recording, it kind of starts with a... And I think what that was him just, okay, let me make sure this is still in tune before we really record it. Okay, it's in tune, let's go for it, all right? So now that you're in that tuning, it's funny, like you could play most of the song going G, C, G, C, you know, but obviously that's not what's going on here. There's some weird stuff. Weird alert, like I said, great stuff, tasty stuff. We're going to now work on our right-handed strumming motion. Lots of that. The cool thing about this tuning as well is the open chord is part of the song. And that's a G chord. So you got... So what's going on there is we're just thinking of it as like a power chord, you know? So we're going to kind of be going between the 5th fret, 7th fret, index ring finger on the A and D string, respectively, and then up a whole step, okay? And then the open as well. So check it out. Starts with that. And then even that, because I'm doing that jigga, right? So then the next thing that's going on is I'm going, starting on that 5th fret root, sliding. And then right back. So it's like a down, up as part of that ja. See that? And then back. open again. Here we go. So here's something that's kind of interesting is this thing. And this thing. They're the same chord, really, so we're kind of like getting little melodies moving, but really over the same chord. That's why when I see him live, sometimes when in the original recording he's up here, I've seen him do it where he's doing open, but that's okay, they're the same chord. So you can, obviously he improvises when he's doing what. So when I'm going jigga ja 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 ja, it goes da. So the last one before it cycles over is, okay? Now, once again, I think it helps to kind of check out what's going on with the right hand, check out what's going on with the left hand, and then try and put them together. It makes sense. So we've got... So that other thing that's going on, once again, the original recording is pretty muddy during this part. And then the live stuff, every video I looked at, they were doing something a little different. But it's still... It's all based off of this thing where you go up to the 9th fret on that A string, but it's actually been tuned down to G. So it's actually a whole step lower than what it would normally be. But don't worry about that. Just go to the 9th fret on the A string, and then just how you'd have that power chord, you kind of lay that power chord in there. But then we're going to add our pinky up right above it, so it's on the 12th fret of that D string, and you just play this kind of 2-string thing here, and the tip of my index finger is kind of muting all the strings, and including this low E string that's been tuned up to G. The tip of it is muting that, so it's really just a power chord thing. actually based off an E minor chord. So the other Mick Shreddy is playing an E minor bar chord, I believe, like with regular tuning. So really just that other change is the world of E minor, basically. So we've got our pinky right here on 12, and we just take that pinky off, put it back on. So then there's some, it's all E minor, but there's improvising going on, where you're holding that and muting everything, and then whatever your pinky or ring finger hits, you hear that note as well. So you can do that same thing with the pinky and ring finger on the G string as the D string, so later on when it's doing other stuff. Also, it's just playing at the end there, it's playing with the 9th and 10th fret on that low E string, which has been tuned up to G. It's just playing off of that little idea right there. But I think it's also a good example of when sometimes you put your guitar into a funky tuning and then it inspires a new idea out of it. I think that's, one of the main reasons Stone Gossard messes with that stuff. He seems to be the primary music, the riff writer, music writer guy. So sometimes you got to go into another tuning to just get a new feeling, have something feel fresh to you. And I think it's obviously benefited Pearl Jam very well. So have fun with that. All right, there you have it. Remember, 3 comments to win a year at Guitar Jams. Links below. Thank you for hanging out with me, and hope to see you again real soon. Take care.